career again forward. But in December, an ankle injury sidelined him, and the 10 months that have passed since his last fight represent his longest ever layoff.
Me vine aquí para entrenar mucho antes de lo debido para poder hacer la rehabilitación bien y llegar en buena forma para la pelea. Y me siento con ganas de pelear, ¿no? Como con esas ganas de ya estar arriba del ring. Me siento como león enjaulado, así como dicen. No, el rival es uno de los más peligrosos en la división y para mí es importante ir peleando y ganando con todos estos rivales fuertes.
Tonight may present one of the most interesting tests, if not the most interesting so far in Alvarez's career, because, Max, he's getting ready to fight one of the most turbulent and violent forces in boxing, James Kirkland, who's 32-1 with 28 knockouts. In the past, when we've seen Kirkland trained by his force of nature trainer, Ann Wolfe, he has been amazingly violent, tremendously effective. The one time we saw him not trained by Ann Wolfe, he was knocked out in one round by Nobuhiro Ishida, a light hitter from Japan. And tonight, once again, he's without Ann Wolfe. So which James Kirkland will show up?
That's the question. I mean, before the Ishida fight, I've never seen anything like that happen to a fighter like Kirkland, known for the indomitable will. He's the irresistible force, walks through anything in order to get the win, and then the one time he doesn't have Ann Wolfe, he gets knocked out in one round by a guy who can't punch. But before the Ishida fight, Kirkland didn't look or sound the part. That hasn't been the case before this fight, when we met with him yesterday at our fighter meetings. Take a look for yourself.
I want to be on him so close. It's going to feel like we're, and people, they laugh because they don't understand what I mean by that. I want him to smell my breath, smell my tension. If I haven't showered in 3 days, I want him to smell the musk. I want him to smell and understand that I'm here for a dog fight.
So he's looking the part and he's talking the talk. But without Ann Wolfe, can he walk the walk? Does he really want it? Because with Ann Wolfe, he will walk through fire to smash his opponent. And he's going to need that kind of determination tonight against the superiorly skilled Canelo Alvarez.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a look at the tail of the tape now for Canelo Alvarez against James Kirkland. And you see the age advantage of 7 years for Canelo Alvarez, but because he turned pro at 15, he's already fought nearly 3 times as many rounds in his career as has Kirkland, who has had 3 lengthy layoffs mid-career, 2 of them because of imprisonment, 1 because of lengthy indecision about which fight he wanted to take. Arm length advantage of a ½ inch for the southpaw Kirkland. They both weighed in at 154.5. The agreed upon weight was 154, give or take a pound, so they were right there in weighing in at 154.5. While much has been made of James Kirkland fighting tonight without longtime trainer Ann Wolfe, that doesn't diminish their significant history together. In a life filled with turmoil enough for a Dickens novel, Kirkland and Wolfe have been together through the best and worst of times.
James Kirkland won his first 11 pro fights, but then in 2003 was sent to jail for 30 months for armed robbery.
Coming up the ranks with James, he didn't fight for 2 years and he got in trouble. And I went to James and I said, look, man, you got too much of potential just to sit out and do nothing. I said, let's try. Let's try to try.
When he was freed, trainer Ann Wolfe, known for her militant style and extreme workouts, continued to push the fighter who some had come to call the Mini Tyson.
Down goes Vera.
Everybody gave me that Tyson momentum and that name because my style was kind of like his. We was knocking everybody out. First, second, third round, I was knocking them out. I love to win. I wanted to win.
Nevertheless, Kirkland proved unable to leave his past behind. And while still on probation for armed robbery, he was arrested for gun possession. 2 more years behind bars would follow.
When James went to jail in 2009, it knocked all the wind out of me. I put a lot of time into James. James not as crazy as people think. He just don't make good decisions sometimes.
In fact, after Kirkland was freed, he decided to part ways with Wolfe. But facing the unknown Nobuhiro Ishida a few months later, the results were disastrous.
Third knockdown now, and Joe Cortez is stopping the fight.
You start thinking, dang, man, what am I doing with myself? So immediately after my loss, I said, you know what, I'm going back to Austin, hook it back up with Ann, and get back to what I know.
Together again, Kirkland and Wolfe faced their hardest task yet in 2011, against the fearsome Mexican Alfredo Angulo.
He's going to need a superhuman effort tonight to beat Alfredo Angulo.
Already, Kirkland is backing Alfredo Angulo up.
Oh! What a right hand.
wasn't that I was hurt, but then he felt like it. So he's gonna bring everything in the kitchen sink with it.
And Gula better not punch himself out here because he'll have a problem if he does.
Boom. I took advantage of it.
Kirkland pounding out bigger and bigger advantages by the round.
When James has his mind set on doing something, he's dangerous. Especially if he has somebody that knows how to get that dog out of him.
Well, if Kirkland continues this and can apply the finisher, a star is reborn.
I never listened to the criticism. I've been in this position many times before. We know Kirkland can't do it. He's been locked up. Anybody that I fight, they're going, oh, Kirkland, he got knocked down in his last fight. But I won, baby. I'm just ready to fight Canelo.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started! Coming to the ring from Austin, Texas, the Mandingo Warrior, James Kirkland!
It's been a year and a half since Kirkland's last tour of duty in the ring, the night that he very violently knocked out Glenn Tapia in Atlantic City. This time the delay was not because of a criminal infraction, but rather because of disputes with his promoter, 50 Cent. Disputes over which fight he should take. Backing out of a date with Canelo nearly a year and 3 months ago, and finally he put himself in position to get the fight again, and here he is.
When he is right, James Kirkland is probably the most exciting fighter in boxing. The question is, can he be right without Ann Wolfe? And then, if the answer is yes, can Canelo make him wrong?
Y ahora, damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, México, Saúl Canelo Alvarez!
And if Kirkland's life is turbulent and unpredictable, Canelo Alvarez's life is like clockwork ever since he was 15 years old. Train, fight, take a rest, train, fight, take a rest, always on a regular schedule. He is very regimented in his approach, regimented in the gym, and to a certain degree, Roy, regimented in the way he fights.
He's very regimented in the way that he fights, but he'll have to be regimented tonight because if he knocks Kirkland down, he has a choice to make. Do I go after him and try to take him out, or do I take my time and try to knock him down again? If you go after him and try to knock him out and you don't get him, you saw what happened to Anguilla. It's very dangerous, so he'll have to use that tonight.
When Canelo was blowing up in Mexico as a teenager and on YouTube here in the United States, what you noticed was a guy who could box and handle himself in the ring, he was skillful. But when the other guy brought it, he liked to fight. It's in there. He enjoys the combat. Kirkland is going to bring it. Hard to imagine we don't have an explosive fight here tonight.
And you've made the point, Max. With the implosion of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.'s career, there is more pressure than ever on Canelo Alvarez, who is the Mexican franchise at this moment, no question.
Right. He's very good. We know that. We've seen who he's fought, who he's beat. Randy Lara and Austin Trout. Guys, you would say, why are you fighting that guy? That's a tough fight. We've seen that. It's not enough to be very good right now as the biggest Mexican star, because Mexican and Mexican-American fight fans have had nothing but great fighters as their biggest stars in the last couple decades. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales, Juan Manuel Marquez. The pressure is on Canelo to be better than good. He has to be great.
And the crowd responds to the young man whose nickname Canelo stands for cinnamon in Spanish, an obvious reference to the carrot top, which sets him apart. There's the recent record. And now let's go to Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Minute Maid Park here in Houston, Texas, USA, and the main event of the evening. It's Slugger versus Slugger, KO artist versus KO artist, 12 rounds of boxing in the super welterweight division. And it's all brought to you by Golden Boy Promotions in association with Canelo Promotions, SMS Promotions, and Leja Bata Promotions. Sponsored by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina. Mexico, live it to believe it. Fred Loya, put Loya in your corner, and O'Reilly's Auto Parts, better prices every day. This bout is sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Chairman Mike Arizmendez. Executive Director William Kuntz. This contest dedicated to the memory of Jerry Lustenau. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout: David Ikoguchi, Levi Martinez, and Barry Yates. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, the referee, John Shorley. And now, the officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. Boxing fans, are you ready? Damas y caballeros, estamos listos. For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black with red, officially weighing in at 154 1/2 pounds. He has 33 professional fights, 32 victories, including 28 big wins by knockout, with only 1 defeat. From Austin, Texas, USA, the former WBC Continental Americas Super Welterweight Champion, James Mandingo Warrior Kirkland. And fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black with green, official weight, also 154 1/2 pounds. As a professional, 44 professional victories, including 31 wins by knockout, only 1 defeat, with 1 draw. De Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, the former super welterweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Okay, those trunks are good there. Those trunks are good there. James, give me a good, clean fight. Obey my commands. Protect yourselves at all times. Canelo, yo quiero una pelea limpia. Obedezcan mis órdenes y protéjanse a todo tiempo.
Well, if you love action and the big fight last week put you to sleep, wake up, because more likely than not, one of these 2 is about to go to sleep.
What am I looking for? This fight might knock you out. The relatively unknown trainer in James Kirkland's corner tonight is San Antonio's Rick Moronis. He's 32 years old. He's never trained a fighter of Kirkland's quality in a fight this big. Canelo Alvarez has been trained his entire career by the father-son team in his corner, Kepo Reynoso and his son Jose. Round 1 begins. Right hand over the top by Canelo Alvarez. Well, would you regard him more as an attacker or a counterpuncher?
Well, he's a counterpuncher, and tonight he'll have to be a counterpuncher because he's fighting the guy who's going to be all over him. But he can fight either way, Jim. He can attack or he can counter.
Canelo on the defensive right now as Kirkland fires away and Canelo keeps his guard up in the corner.
Canelo already ate a good right hand from Kirkland. It's one of the reasons he's in the corner right now.
Hard right hand by Canelo. Kirkland firing away. Lands a left, lands another left. Canelo's getting hit by Kirkland and he's stuck in the corner.
But let's remember, Kirkland is vulnerable, especially early. We saw it against Angulo. He sometimes goes too offensive early, and against Angulo was dropped to the right hand.
And when he gets knocked down, sometimes it's because Kirkland squares his feet up and forgets to stay in a responsible boxing stance.
He just got hurt bad with left hook. Just got hurt real bad with left hook.
Canelo with that good left hook.
Oh, he got hurt bad again with it.
Canelo almost landed the 3rd big left hook, but he's landed 2 good ones in a row.
And a straight right hand behind it.
They're willing to take that left hook instead of gambling on Canelo's right uppercut.
Kirkland open to the right hand.
He's done.
Right hand leads down the middle by Alvarez. Kirkland hurt again.
Hurt very bad, Jim.
Both fighters have been hurt in round 1. Hard right hand by Canelo. Alvarez has a chance for something big.
I've never seen Kirkland try to play rope-a-dope. That tells you how hurt he must be.
Well, Canelo taking his time and landing the big shot knowing
Hard right hand. Down goes Kirkland. Minutes still to go in the first round. Possible opportunity for a first round knockout by Canelo. Hey, stay there. Come in. No stranger to getting knocked down in round 1. Kirkland has faced it again this year.
They should have stayed close to Canelo. He was much safer when he was close. He can't outbox him, and he can't box with him. Close range was his best option because now Canelo is throwing wicked body shots, wicked uppercuts, and Canelo has gotten comfortable.
And Canelo can't miss with the straight right hand.
Not from
that painting Kirkland with those shots.
Not from that distance, Jim. Now he's doing the same thing that Pacquiao did last week. He's staying right in the wrong distance to win the fight.
Hard left hook by Alvarez.
Guys, the reason we know Kirkland's name is precisely because he walks through stuff like this. But again, that's only been with Ann Wolf. The only other time he didn't have her, he was knocked out in the first round, and he's in jeopardy here in the first round.
Another right hand.
Bad body shot.
Again. Huge body shot by Canelo. He's piecing this together brilliantly ever since the early assault from Kirkland that locked him in the corner. Huge right hand. Left hook to the body. Canelo working. Time slowly looking. And Kirkland's going to make it out of the round just barely. That was an assault. Crowd is rocking and roaring in Houston. More action in the first round here than in 12 rounds last Saturday night.
Mayweather and Pacquiao could fight 120 rounds. They won't produce that much action against each other.
Take advantage, man. Keep them hands up all night.
Here you see Canelo throw left body shot followed by a straight right hand, right down the pipe. That hurt, and that sent Kirkland to the canvas quickly. Once again, you see a straight right lead, block, body shot, straight right down the pipe. That right hand will put you down every time.
Canelo's mother, Anna Alvarez, and girlfriend, Melda, both reacting very positively to what they saw in round one. CompuBox numbers, Alvarez was 38 of 68 in round one. 36 of them were power connects, 10 to the body, just like that. Left hook to the body there. And another big left hook. Knocks Kirkland into the ropes. Alvarez landing everything. Straight right. Left to the body.
Kirkland's gonna get stopped if he doesn't throw some shots.
Tremendous shots.
How is he still here? I don't know.
Incredible conditioning is the only answer.
And punching back. And still trying.
Uppercut by Alvarez. He's hitting him with everything but the kitchen sink. And Kirkland's still standing up.
That's why they call him the Mandingo Warrior,
And
Jim.
now the Mandingo Warrior starts to fire himself.
He is throwing
Amazing
punches.
he can survive that assault.
He is throwing punches and he's showing great resolve, but the punches don't yet have the snap that they do when he starts to come back in these many fights we've seen.
Well, because Canelo is smart enough to attack the body as well as the head. He's not just attacking to the head like most people make the mistake and do.
And look at this, guys. Canelo loves this kind of fight. You can see it.
This is what the boy Triple G talks about when he says Mexican style. This is Mexican style. And
Now Kirkland once again pins Canelo against the ropes.
Kirkland went right-handed for it.
Brings himself up into a southpaw stance. Throws some hands, looking for a chance to land the left hand. Reaching over the top and missing. And Canelo getting a little bit of a breather here. Before he starts to fight.
What part Kirkland has already shown?
He couldn't find a big one, Max.
99 out of 100 fighters have already lost this fight.
Twice.
Good head movement by Canelo Alvarez. Now he fires back to the body. Good left hand shot to the body. Hurt Kirkland again. Straight right hand. Here comes Kirkland. It's an all-out war in round two.
And these are big, powerful junior middleweights throwing bombs with every punch.
How is he taking those body shots, Jim? I do not know.
I wonder if Canelo Alvarez has punched out a little bit after all the throwing in the last minute of the first round.
No, he's not, Jim. This is what he's used to. This is what he prepared for. And as you know, he was taking his time economically picking his shots. He wasn't just going haywire with them. So he is not punched out.
That was the right uppercut. Team Kirkland hoped to avoid. They're getting hit with everything. But that uppercut lifted him off the canvas.
Left to the body, right uppercut. Another big rally by Alvarez.
And he is tired.
Don't drop your hands, son, at all.
Hold on. Stay prepared for that hook.
He's wearing down, man. Hey, he's wearing down. That's why he's taking breaks on the ropes again.
Ain't never been no
Keep
fight
your
like
fucking
this.
hands up. Get your feet together. Keep that front foot in front of you. Don't square up, baby, okay?
Ain't no fight like this.
Spit, spit.
Never been no fight like this.
Again, one more.
You see, Canelo landed a beautiful left uppercut. What keeps Kirkland up on his feet, I do not know. You couldn't ask for a better placed left uppercut, just like this left hook, right on the button. Left hooks don't get landed any cleaner than this. I mean, wow. What a beard and what conditioning Kirkland must have right now.
CompuBox numbers in round two. Alvarez landed 29 of 54. Kirkland threw 90 punches in the second round after almost getting knocked out in the first round. Only landed 16 of them, but landed some very hard shots. Right uppercut is landing still for Canelo Alvarez. Now Kirkland begins to throw to the body.
Kirkland's conditioning coach, B.B. McClinton, said that the only athlete he's ever worked with, and he's worked with a lot of NBA and NFL players, the only one that compares to Kirkland in terms of his will is Priest Holmes. And Kirkland has that kind of great running back quality. When the play is over, his legs are still churning. Here's Kirkland, arms still churning after those first 2 rounds. Amazing.
Man. What will?
How shocked would we be at this point if this fight went 12 rounds?
Oh, no way.
No way.
This is what you should have gave $100 to see if you wanted to see a fight. You got a boxing match last week. That's a different thing than a fight.
This is a fight.
Yeah, this is a fight. This is not much skill, but a fight. Little skill, but less than what we see from the best.
But if there's a skill advantage, it belongs to Canelo Alvarez, and that means the premium for Kirkland is on heart and will and guts, and he has them all in abundance.
So far, it's skill over will, and Kirkland has to change that equation.
Perfect shots by Canelo Alvarez. Kirkland keeps coming.
You can't keep giving Canelo them big shots, though, Joe. One of those body shots. Those body shots will wear anybody down.
What a savage
This
beating
is
Kirkland
target
is taking.
practice for Canelo Alvarez.
Yes, it is.
And Kirkland's taking every shot and coming back.
And tell him to Canario.
Uppercut knocks Kirkland down. Second knockdown of the fight.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, baby. 8. Stay there. Come here. Show me something.
Kirkland at great pains let John Shorley know he's not knocked out, just knocked down. Second knockdown. Right uppercut continues to land. There's a perfect straight right hand, and Shorley's going to stop the fight. What a performance by Canelo Alvarez.
Maybe all things considered, the most electrifying of Canelo Alvarez's career.
Talk about closing the show. Alvarez landed 20 out of 28 punches in the second round. All of them power shots. And that uppercut was unbelievable tonight.
Yeah, Jim, the uppercut was unbelievable. The overhand right, even more unbelievable. But the guy, he made him do that. Kirkland put so much pressure on him that he had to resort to just throwing big shots. Forget the jab, forget the tap shots. Throw big shots to either get him out of there or get him off you.
And they are still working with James Kirkland on the deck as Canelo Alvarez thinks to himself about what he's been through in an unbelievable fight.
That was that uppercut jab right up under the left jab, which is why he abandoned the jab. He wanted Kirkland to throw those type punches so that he could counter. Once again, Kirkland threw that left hand, and then the left hand, he stuck it out like a jab, and then he countered it with the uppercut, which is why you don't stick late lagging punches out like that and give a guy something to work on.
So through all of the firefight in there, Canelo was thinking the whole time.
Thinking the whole time. He looked down to the body right with a jab and comes right over the top with overhand right. He knew that Kirkland was prone to getting knocked down, and if you can get knocked down like that, it's not as hard to knock you out if you keep working the body shots. If you watch his attack, Canelo always got good body shots in during those attacks.
Talking about body shots, there he aims low and then fires upstairs. A perfect feint.
That's what I call look down but come up.
A brilliant display by Canelo Alvarez. One more look.
Remember, Wilfred Benitez's knockout of Maurice Hope was almost the exact same punch, just without the jab. He looked down and came over the top, and that's where you see real old school boxing lessons right there what Canelo Alvarez just showed you. Wow.
An amazing win for Alvarez. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the particulars on the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Houston, Texas, in the tradition of slugger versus slugger, the end comes at 2 minutes, 19 seconds of round number 3. The winner by knockout victory, the fighting pride of Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Saul Canelo
CompuBox numbers. And once again, Canelo landed 20 out of 28 in the third round en route to the knockout. Every one of them was a power shot. All in all, he lands 58% of his punches, landing 45 more than Kirkland while throwing 47 fewer. Kirkland not nearly as accurate, though he was throwing hard all the way through the second and third rounds after having gotten hurt badly in the first. Power punches, Canelo 79 out of 132, 60%. He had a willing target. He took advantage of it. He mixed his punches brilliantly. Kirkland landing 41 of 177, and some of those 41 landed punches were hellacious shots. But at the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez had too much skill and too much presence of mind for James Kirkland. Let's go to Max Kellerman with the winner.
Congratulations, Canelo, on a sensational, electrifying knockout win in front of all these people. How do you feel about being in a fight like this?
No, me siento muy bien, me siento muy contento, agradecido con toda la gente que está aquí apoyándome.
I feel very good. I feel very happy with all the people that are here supporting me.
Es una gran motivación para mí. Eso me da fuerza para levantarme, correr, entrenar y seguir ganando peleas. Muchas gracias a todos.
This gives me great motivation to get up in the morning, to keep running, to keep winning fights. Thank you, everyone.
But you've won plenty of fights in the past. This was a high-profile fight where the two of you went to war. It was an action fight. What do you think about that kind of fight?
Así es, Kirkland es un gran peleador. Es un peleador muy fuerte. Como pensábamos, ¿no? Como pensábamos, un peleador que iba a ir hacia el frente, que iba a ir hacia el frente tirando golpes. Y así fue, ¿no? Al principio nos fatigamos un poco porque empezó muy fuerte la pelea, pero después empecé a agarrar mi ritmo, entonces fue como gané la pelea.
Kirkland is a great fighter. We knew he was going to come and throw punches. You know, at the beginning, we were both a little exhausted, but I knew what happened. I knew we would win the fight.
It seems to me that you prefer this kind of fight to a Lara kind of fight, where there's not as much action. Is that the case?
No, siempre pelear con un peleador como Kirkland que le gusta pelear. Para mí y para la gente creo que es las peleas que les gusta ver, ¿no? Y claro, me encanta.
Fighting a man against like Kirkland, a man that comes to fight, is something that the public's like and that I love.
Did you feel after last week's big fight that didn't produce fireworks that you could create something special here for boxing fans who are hungry for that kind of fight?
Mira, sinceramente yo no me baso en otras peleas. Yo no me baso en otras carreras, yo me baso en lo que yo hago, en las peleas que yo hago. Y a la gente le gusta y eso es lo que me importa.
Truthfully, I don't focus on other fighters. I don't focus on other fights. I do what I do. I do what the people like, and that's what's important to me.
So let's focus on your next fight. You just took care of business. If Cotto takes care of business in June, are you interested in fighting Cotto before the end of this year?
Yo estoy listo para cualquier rival. Yo no lo rehuyo a nadie y estoy listo aquí para cualquiera.
I'm ready for any rival. I don't run away from anyone. I'm ready for anyone.
That's one of the things we all love about you. Does that include Triple G in the not-too-distant future, Gennady Golovkin?
Claro, ¿por qué no? Él es un gran campeón, él es un guerrero. Son de los peleadores que me gusta pelear. En el futuro está esa pelea, ¿por qué no?
Yes, why not? He's a great champion. He's a warrior. That's the type of fighter that I want to fight. In the future, yes.
Thank you, Canelo, for a spectacular showing.
You okay? No, I respect you. Thank you, you too.
James, congratulations on a tough showing. You jumped on him, you seemed to catch him with the right hand early, followed him into the corner, and then he seemed to start unloading on you. How badly were you hurt in that first round?
Honestly, first most I want to give thanks to God for this opportunity, because without him, none of this is possible.
And I should ask, can you even remember clearly a fight like that at a moment like this when so many punches were exchanged?
Most definitely, you know, I'm a fighter, so most definitely you got to be able to know your ins and your outs when it comes to being in the ring. Most, as I could say, you know, I got in there, putting work together. I evidently left my left hand down, and he came over the top and caught me with a shot. You know, I tried to regroup the referee. He called it off. So most definitely, I take nothing away from Canelo. He did an outstanding job. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm a warrior. You know, I definitely like that type of fighting, that type of exposure. You know, and that's exactly what I needed.
Oh, you're a warrior. That's why everyone loves you. Boxing fans. But the way you usually win fights is you may have to get over some rocky moments, and we've consistently seen you do that except for the Ishida fight. What was it about Canelo even when you got back and you overcame and you shook the cobwebs and you started pressuring him, what was it about Canelo that you ultimately weren't able to overcome?
As I say, you know, he's a crafty fighter. You know, he come with a lot of skill, a lot of fights, you know. Take nothing away from him. He was just on his P's and Q's, and he showed it tonight.
Thank you, James. We look forward to seeing you again. Jim?
All right, one more look at the knockout now. This is the last of the 3 knockdowns in the fight. Kirkland's hands down. Canelo hitting him with the straight right hand right on the chin. He landed so many power shots perfectly on the button. And at that point, referee John Shorley jumping in. He had seen enough. And indeed, from what we saw after that, it appeared that Kirkland could not have made a 10 count. He could not have gotten up from that shot. So the knockout is as legit can be. And the celebration at ringside began immediately. Canelo's mother, Anna, his girlfriend, Imelda, rejoicing that this brief